Okay, so we are going to be shaping off the thumb tip and rounding off the free edge. So for this, I just use any random file and buffer. And to round off and keep it kind of even, I kind of like slant the file or the tip, whatever you want, and then just file this way. I don't have to like kind of perfect it, and it just rounds off on its own, and then just shape off whatever didn't round off. Okay, so these three fingers have 5 layers of top coat. I did leave them to dry overnight, which will give you the best result for when you want to peel it and when you're trying to apply the acrylic. So when you're applying your acrylic, try to make sure that it's not too wet, and make sure that it doesn't go into the nail folds of the plastic hand. This way when you're taking them off, it doesn't take off a chunk of plastic. And just manipulate the acrylic so that it lays where you want it. And then when you're applying the tip, try to like tuck it in the free edge, just in the cuticle area, and then rock it towards you. Try not to rock it as much and squeeze it, because the acrylic will come out. And if it does, just clean it like how I'm doing it right now. So when you're cleaning the bottom, try to make the hyponychium effect as close as actual finger. You can take off the remaining excess, but I like to leave it just so that it doesn't give me a lot of work. So for the index finger, I did have some issues. Well, not issues, I struggle with it. But since it's, I don't know, like it's deeper, I guess, you have to put a layer first, kind of like a semi-oval layer, and then apply another bead of acrylic in the middle, just so that it gives a little bit of height. And then you apply your tip. Like I said, I don't know if the finger is deeper or the tip is a little bit more curved, and you have to take that extra step only on this one. All the others, so you do the same process as the thumb. Okay, so now we're gonna cut off the excess, and when you're doing this, try to do it carefully, as the tips are, how can I say, they tend to lift. So start off on one corner and clip a little bit, and then just work yourself from there. Don't start just like clipping it. Like I said, they'll start lifting. I think on one of these it starts lifting. I think it's on this corner where you can see there it started lifting. But yeah, just do it carefully and take your time. After a while you get used to it and you have no struggle. And now you shape. And when you're shaping, make it the same shape as how your hyponychium came out. So for me, when I do this, I always end up cleaning the bottoms and take out any of the excess plastic. And when you're doing this, again, be careful when you're taking it off. If you decide to take it off, just because, again, the tip starts lifting, I think on this corner it lifted quite a bit. It's a corner where it lifted. On this one it also did it, but it wasn't as bad. So just take off any of the excess dust, and that's how you prep these mannequin hands for, I guess, state boards, which I did, and for practicing nail designs. And it makes it easy when you're putting nail forms. I don't know, I like it. So when applying nail forms, not all nail forms stick well to these fingers. This one didn't. I kind of struggled with it. But if you have the, which ones are there? I think I've used the Harmony nail forms, and those stick pretty well to it. So as long as it's in that type of form design, they'll stick well. So depending how well you prep these hands, the nail forms come out really flush to the nail tips. Okay, so now this is how you remove them. You try to like push the tip down away from the nail bed, and they pop easily. If you did it correctly, it should pop off like really nice and not take off any of the nail bed with it. And you just, for re-prepping, you just clean it with acetone, take off any oils, dust, etc, etc, and then you dehydrate, and then you put 5 to 6 layers, depending on what top coat you use, of top coat, and let them dry overnight. And you just repeat the steps. Okay, so hand A is this real hand look-alike, and these are the tip sizes that I used. Hand B is the orange looking ones that look kind of like Oompa Loompa hands, as I call them, and these have bigger size nail beds, and these are the sizes that you can put. The next one is these hard, very heavy hands. They have pretty similar nail beds, and these are the sizes that I used. And the next one is the wooden hand. Depending on how you carve the nail beds, which I did, is what size you're gonna put. So yeah, so these are all the different hands that there is. I know there's more, but yeah, thanks for watching.